Here are the horoscopes for the week of the 10th to the 16th of July 2017. We begin the week with a very powerful full moon in Capricorn. So when the full moon is in Capricorn, the sun is opposite in Cancer, and this is the axis of power. So Capricorn is our foundations and Cancer can be our emotions. So we need to go inwards with Pluto retrograde in Capricorn as well to make sure that our core foundations are strong, that we're strong and stable ourselves on the inside, in order that we can be the masters of our emotional state and what we're putting out. So Mars is in Cancer, and this is bringing things bubbling up from underneath. This is a very fiery, hot water aspect. So Mars and the Sun together in Cancer, bringing up deep-seated emotions, possible anger, possible repression, up to the surface in bursts of emotion, so that that can be cleared. And then the Moon and Pluto working soul alchemy on the inside, asking us what's really important and what really matters. Are our emotions serving us, or are we ready to let go of some repeat patterns? We also have Uranus in Aries, calling us to be a bit more sovereign, make our own minds up, be a bit rebellious on what we're told, and go and check for ourselves and see things with independent thought. So by the time we get to Monday, we have the Sun opposition Pluto. So this is a repeat of the full moon, but deeper really, getting the deeper meaning of it, having a look at what's inside of us, what we're really believing in, what we're basing our lives on, and what we're reacting to. And like I say, making ourselves very strong and flexible on the inside, not looking outside for others to make our lives secure and stable and strong, but going inwards and nurturing our own inner strengths. So a very important full moon here, with that opposition to Pluto as well, and with Cancer involved. Anything that's coming up needs to be released if it's not of your highest interest, of your true purpose and of your sovereignty. There's not much activity going on for the rest of the week, so I feel that this is the big lesson that we can actually meditate on throughout the rest of the week, asking ourselves questions like, what do I actually want? Because we're realigning our goals now, and we're realigning from a perspective of progress and acquisition, just for the sake of it, to realising what's really important to us and where we can put our valuable energy and align that with true goals. So by Wednesday we have an awkward aspect between Neptune and Jupiter. Neptune has just started to go retrograde while Jupiter is going forward, so they're at an awkward angle but also going in opposite directions. So Neptune in Pisces going retrograde, calling us in for the fine tuning, to connect with our soul desires and to connect with our intuition, to dive into our imagination, because that's the place that we really create from. And Jupiter going direct, this is the first real direct motion that we've felt since February, where we've cleared the road ahead, we've realigned to our flow, and we've made some space so that we can expand into it, so that we can be greater than we would have been. So we were looking last week at looking back to February and seeing where our energy is going now compared to what our plan was back then, and we should be on a bigger, broader path with greater meaning. So tuning in there with our higher purpose again, tuning in with our soul, with our intuition, with our cellular emotional intelligence, and following that call rather than pushing ahead with the mind. With the Sun and Mars in Cancer, we have an opportunity to really observe our emotional cycles, our emotional patterns, and whether they're serving us. So I feel by Thursday there's a great release can go on, where we can actually see where we've just been going round and round and round in circles from a lower self perspective, and we can release some of those emotional repeats and cleanse them away, so that we've got a simpler, more authentic way of being. By Friday we have the Sun at an awkward angle to Saturn. So Saturn is retrograding at 22 degrees Sagittarius, and the Sun will reach the 22 degree mark in Cancer. So that full moon comes back into effect, at this time, so it kind of sandwiches the week really, as we get this awkward angle, and we need to have a look at possibly where we're being manipulated into certain emotional cycles on the outside, through politics, through society, through the media, and where we can gently but firmly take back our power. So the way to do this is research, objectivity, and not just reacting immediately to what we're told or what we're shown. So very important there, and works very well with the Uranus independent thinker to actually do some research, to actually look for the truth and not just get caught up in society's emotional cycles and not reacting immediately, but observing, perceiving, inspecting first, so that we can make our own mind up and be emotionally empowered. There's a simple tone to this week though. When we clear some of those negative emotions, then we can settle in a state of grace and gratitude. So gratitude and kindness are very simple yet high frequency emotions that are available to us every day. So maybe take a moment at the weekend to have a look at what you're grateful for, because the full moon in Capricorn shows you your achievements, what you've received as well. So maybe finish off the week with a state of gratitude for what you've received, for what you've achieved, and for what you can do every day to make your life more balanced, happier, kinder, and simpler. So those are the horoscopes for this week, and I'll see you next week. I am available one-to-one or by Skype if you'd like to come through for a reading. It would be lovely to meet you and have a look at where all of this is happening for you. I also have the online Facebook group where we can discuss these things as they come up and place them in our own charts, or a series of online courses where you can learn astrology, tarot, numerology, feng shui, all sorts of things at your own pace with access to me. And for anybody that's in London, I have a tarot meetup on Monday night where you can come and learn how to work with the tarot in a safe and friendly group. So for any of that, please do contact me, zoehind7@gmail.com.